everyone, welcome back. We are going to do another video of Bought It Then Forgot It, and I have a fun little stamp set here that I bought and then forgot. So I'm going to make a fun birthday card. I mentioned a while ago that I need to sprinkle in some more birthday cards into my videos because my kiddos are going to birthday parties left and right these days, and I feel like I am just not keeping up and I never have a card ready on time. So I'm gonna make this cute little birthday card. I will try to link this down below for you as well as the rest of my supplies. You can just click on the title of the video and the description box is going to open up for you, and that's where you're going to see the whole list of all the materials I used to bring this card together. First thing I want to do is stamp out the images, and then I'm going to do a fun ink blended background for this card to bring in some more color. So let's start with, I'm going to need 2 panels, so let's do our stamping first. I know I am going to color with some Copics in just a moment, so I want to be sure that the ink that I use is friendly with Copic markers. That way I don't have any smearing. And I think I'm going to use the little sheep. I'm going to bring that right on up and lay this down. Okay. So place that. Also, I may do a birthday hat or 2 or 3 actually, because we want things in 3s. So let's also do a few birthday hats over here. Okay, that will be great. So situate that once more. I have my ink that works well with alcohol markers, and I will stamp this down a couple of times. Okay, let's see how that first one turned out. Oops, I'm gonna add some more pressure in certain spots. Okay, there we go. And let's double stamp that so we get some really nice contrast. Okay, I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to clean off my big stamp and put that to the side. But I'm going to redo a couple birthday hats and we'll get those all stamped out. I'll just grab this, add it to another little spot, try to conserve some cardstock here, and I'll stamp that down. And 2. Okay, let's let this dry and I will pull some Copic markers so that we can color these out. Okay, I pulled some Copics. I am keeping the coloring very simple and neutral here because I'm going to be bringing color in elsewhere. So we're going to have fun kind of in a different way because my sheep are going to be a very light gray, if not white. So we're not bringing in a lot of color here, but we will on our background. So I have the colors that I would like to use pulled, and I will list them down below for you in case you would like to recreate this. But I'm going to simply go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to do an orange, turquoise, and pink hat palette here. I think that will be really pretty, but otherwise this is going to remain very, very neutral. Also, I think I'm going to bring in, I did some testing here. We're going to do really light colored sheep. That'll be pretty. And I will bring a darker tone in though, because I want the hooves to, yeah, we'll do a light gray, or a kind of darker gray for the hooves. Okay, I will list all my marker selections below, but go ahead and sit back and relax and we are going to color this image. Okay, I love how that looks. I had my gel pen out just in case I went out of the lines, but I think I did pretty well here. So I think that's where I'm going to stop. So again, very simple. We have a little bit of color with our hats, but we're gonna do color elsewhere on the card. So let me move everything to the side and let's trim these out so we can get an idea. I'd rather have these trimmed out so I can get an idea for how much blending I want to do, and then we'll start that whole process. And there are additional dies. So if you wanted to do the balloons and things like that, that would be super fun. Oh, I didn't know there was a die for the sentiment. Okay, that could be fun. I was thinking about putting the sentiment right on my card base, but there's an option to decide something else there if I wanted to. Okay, the rest of these need to go back there. Okay, hopefully that is good. I'm gonna put some tape in a few spots. That's a rather large die. There. Okay, and then I'll do my little party hat, and I'll have to rerun that through a couple of times with my single die. I think I might be able to fit this in my, yes I can, in my little mini machine. I was gonna bring out my bigger machine, but that fits just right. Okay. So let's go ahead and take that out. Oh, I forgot that this only does, okay. So let me get this all the way out, and then we're gonna trim this down a little bit more. Okay, cute, cute, cute. Love that. You can also, you know, make this an element part of your card if you want to even pop it up or something cute. That would be very fun. Okay, I totally forgot about that's what we could do there. All right, let's do the party hats and then decide on our blending. I have everything trimmed out, so now I want to cut this out. So, which way would be easiest? Oh, I don't think it'll be that way. This would have been a little bit easier if I would have done it before trimming those other pieces off. But I think if I align my cardstock just so, still need a little bit more this way. You could also do this by hand, but I find a paper trimmer to be so much better. Okay, there we go. Now we have our cute little herd. Now bringing in our other piece here, and I want to decide on how big of a surrounding area I want to do. And let's trim this down even a little more. Gosh, I'm thinking I will do 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, let's see how that will look. Oh yeah, that's fun because then we're gonna do even more with some color here and bring the eye in even more. I have those A2 layer masks that I really like just to create a smaller rectangle, and I think I know which one we should do. Okay, hold on. I think it's gonna be, yep, that one. Okay, so there's 4 different sizes, and I'll link this pack down below. It is a grab and go for me. I used to just use, and you certainly can if you didn't want to invest in the stencils, I used to use just a mask tape to mask off the area that I wanted to blend, but because this is a technique that I really like to do, I invested in the stencil. Bring our tape right back in. And let's do our cardstock first. Get that positioned. And then position our stencil. Okay, so I'm just centering that where I'd like it. That looks really good. And then I will further tape that down. And because I'm gonna do a lot of different colors and things like that, I'm gonna do 4 different spots here just to ensure that that doesn't move. Okay, there we go. And dies are over there. The ink colors I'm going to use are Lemonade and Creamsicle and Nectar. I thought that would be really fun for this card. This is definitely going to be a warmer toned card. You can switch up the whole vibe of it by choosing other colors. So just choose what colors work best for your style and the card you're going for. Gosh, I'm even thinking that by the time I get this little herd in, maybe I will take out one color, because I don't know that I'm going to, I was going to do pink, Creamsicle, and then Nectar, but I think I'm just going to lose the pink if I have a third color and I want that pink to be shown. So I'm going to do pink and Creamsicle. I think that'll be pretty. Okay. And I'll start there. So I'm going to do pink Lemonade all along kind of the bottom half here. Don't want to miss out on seeing the pink. It's my favorite. Okay, we're going to blend it to orange, but I want to bring this a little higher first. Okay, and don't put your ink or your brush away yet, because you want to make sure that you can kind of go back and forth once we do the transition in the middle. Okay, I think this was Creamsicle on here, but I'm just going to blend it off onto a paper towel just to make sure that my blender brush is nice and clean. Okay, and then I'll do Creamsicle up here. Be nice and pretty. I love these colors together. Also loving this series of looking through my stash, especially the things that I haven't used yet. It's been so fun. It's always fun to create, but it's even more gratifying to create with things that I haven't been giving the attention to. Okay, how's that looking? I think that's looking pretty good. I'm going to add more orange to this center area and blend up there a little bit. Even that out. Kind of rotate which direction my brush is going to get a nice blend there. And then I'm going to help that transition out with some more pink. Blend that in. And don't stress too much, because once we put this down, we're not going to see too much of that. In fact, I might even bring some pink up just a little bit more to get more of that transition. Okay. It'll be super pretty. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to stop. So let's put our inks away to clean up my mat from that other ink. That way it doesn't get on anything. And then we'll remove our stencil. Okay, and then there is our blended background. Isn't that pretty? Very sunsetty and fun. Okay. All right, now we can decide on what we'd like to do with these little guys. And I'm going to bring them down a little bit. I think that would be fun. I don't want to bring them to the bottom, I don't think, but right about there is good. And I think I will also have them popped up off of the card. Now, we also have to think about that sentiment. So where did those stamps go? So I don't know. I'm loving the simplicity of this. I think I'm going to stamp the inside of my card with "We Heard It's Your Birthday." I think that would be super cute, and just keep this front nice and simple. Yeah, I am going to, but you can do whichever you like, but I'm going to keep it simple and do it on the inside. Or I could bring it down here as well. I just don't want to do anything. I want this to be very negative space up at the top. I'm going to do a Nectar colored cardstock for my base, and I have it at 8.5 by 5.5. So I will score at 4 1/4. That way we have a center spot to fold our card. just like that. This will be really pretty. It just is making the card even more fun to have that pop of color around. And then I'm gonna build this from the ground up. So first I would like, yeah, that's pretty, to add foam tape to the back. So I'll just add a few strips right to the back here and bring them up with a little pokey tool and place this down. Ooh, there we go. Oh, but you know, you could do either way that you would like. I'm gonna still go with my original way. And that looks nice. And then I'm also, I think, gonna pop these little guys up too. I think that'll be nice. I'm gonna use this foam tape because it's nice and thin. That way I don't have it too much with the dimension. Being diligent to pop up some of those areas so they don't sink down on my card. That looks really good. And actually, let's leave these though for the hats in a moment. Okay, I'm gonna bring in, well, I guess I could probably do this without tweezers. Yeah, I should be fine. Ooh, if I brought it up a little bit though, I could get a peek of that pink, and I actually kind of like that. Do I? Or do I not? Oh man. Well, my original idea was not. So let's stick with the original, not get crazy here. Okay. There we go. Just some subtle dimension there. And then I have my party hats. Please tell me I have the pink one around here somewhere. Where did that go? I had to stop recording and rewind to see where it went. It went on my foam tape. Luckily, I was able to find it. Okay, so I know I want this one to be somewhat in the middle because I want to break up the orange and the pink. And we'll do orange down here to kind of offset that pink, and then pink up here to do the same thing, offset the orange. Oh, they're cute. Actually, to keep some of that negative space, I could put this little party hat here. I like that. Okay, I have some foam adhesive right on the back there, so I'm going to plop those on down, just like so. Yeah, I love that. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that sentiment, I think, and put it down here because it's got that nice white on white look down here. I think that will be really pretty. I'm gonna move this to the side and bring back in my Misty. Place that there for a really quick little sentiment. And stamp that out. I'm gonna use that black ink again just to keep it nice and consistent. It'll be a nice little boost of contrast towards the bottom of the card as well. Let's double stamp that. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and cut that out. Okay, let's see if we like this. Ooh, and I like that really blunt line at the bottom. Yes, love it. Oh, I'm loving that a lot. Okay, I'm going to actually use liquid glue for that because I don't want to do any more dimension, I don't think. Although that would be cute. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Just a little pop here and it'll be super cute. And I have my adhesive on the back. I'm going to do a little justification down at the bottom, not centered, not totally to the left, but just like that. Oh, I love it. I think a dewdrop would be so cute as a final touch. So I will do a little trio here. Oops, ooh. Oh, actually, that's where I wanted it. That's okay. Panicked for a second. And let's do a little duo here and maybe even a duo here so that we can bring one down on that other little card panel because it will help just include it. And these dewdrops, they do dry clear. Right now they are going to look a little white because of the glue underneath, but they will dry clear. These are so simple, but they offer a fun little final touch that I can't resist doing. Oh, I love how that falls down to that panel. Love it. Okay, another installment of Bought It Then Forgot It. I love how that turned out. So cute, worth the wait in creating that. Again, everything will be listed down below, so click on the title of the video for all the supplies, and I'll see you in the next video.